He replaced the identity of the demon at the beginning. And he also has 3 beautiful disciples who are like flowers and jade. Brother. However, the man regretted it, because the female apprentices were not only bold demons, teaching witches, all of them are rebellious disciples of the master. That it turned out that in Bai Feng, he was influenced by great love. After the apprentice Chun Xinger, Xinger's eyes are full of masters now, even Xiao Hua in the past. When his brother was about to reach out and touch himself, he instinctively took a step back, and his eyes. Xiao Chun was full of disgust. His hands hung awkwardly in the air, and the corners of his mouth twitched. Yes, in order to pursue Qin Xinger, he helped so much, but he didn't even hold hands. Money.at this time. Tan Tai Lingyin on the side thought that Xinger had been folded by the demon of the master again. Mill, so he asked anxiously, Junior sister, are you okay? Okay, Junior sister, you can still. Okay, are you okay? You can have success and success. A little bit, nodded, and was willing. Ding Ding answered and looked at it and described to the two of them that as long as the toxicity broke out in 7 days, Bai Feng would not be able to do so. Even if the gods are alive, they can't escape death. Seeing him so excited, talking about the ringtone is very good. Odd. Although Bai Feng had done countless evils, he seemed to be in harmony with Xiao Hua and had no holidays to why. Why would you be so active in helping our 2 sisters get revenge? Yeah, why did you talk about it? This, Xiao Chen was so excited that he immediately said that he had justice in his heart and couldn't bear the 3 sisters to grow up. During the period of being bullied by Bai Feng, the greasy appearance of the 2 women was a burst of contempt. Chen Xin. My face is even more full of disgust that you are approaching our 3 sisters. Shouldn't you be impure? The purpose of it. After being guessed, Xiao Chen hurriedly explained, no, but Tai Lingyin took a look. I didn't say anything. Let's stop here today. We will see you in 7 days. When? It's getting late. It's not early for Brother Xiao. It's not early for Xiao Shitty. You can get out of the other party. After Zhao's alienation was gone, Tan Tai Lingyin asked Sun Xing again. Son, is it difficult for you to tell your sister to kill that demon head? Ever? Sun Xing was silent for a moment. Sister, have you ever thought about Master Zun? It's not what we think, or maybe he's just being strict with us. Some of them, in fact, will not hurt us. Looking at Qianjin's sister. Dan Tai Lingyin is very helpless. You are too young. There are some things you don't understand. Then, Bai Feng was an evil demon. He should have died a long time ago. And Sun Xing didn't say much. Just looking at senior sister. Her eyes were full of complexity and disappointment. Same as this. At that time, Bai Feng looked at the treasure chest of system rewards and couldn't wait to hit it. It's open. Congratulations to the host for completing the task. Please choose from the following 3 secret treasures. If you choose, you will get a treasure, and you can pick up the things sent out by the system in the future. But it's a 15, 12, 15, 11, 11, 11 treasure. Is a 12, 12, 12. The second is the secret technique of wheel magic, which was created by the ancestors of the first happy sect and can be temporarily strengthened in the partial body. The third is the backtracking experience card for the demon cultivation base, which allows the host to backtracking to the peak state of cultivation. This made Bai Feng call out cheating. Can't you give it to yourself? Have a surprise. As soon as the voice fell, the surprise came, and I saw Xinger looking forward to it. Walking towards Bai Feng, after reporting the work, Xinger said, with a flushed face, Lord, if people think it's good, can they ask the host to reward Xinger with a white wind? Say hello, what reward do you want? I saw Zheng Xinger take the initiative to pinch his palm. Then he put Bai Feng's hand on his cheek. Master, please forgive Xinger. On her own initiative, Xinger likes to be touched by her master, which makes Bai Feng reluctant for a while. My hand was drawn away, but I still touched my brain, but I still touched my heart. With a smile, he suddenly grabbed Bai Feng's wrist, and he wanted more than just a reward. Touch your head. Before Bai Feng had time to withdraw his hand, the system prompted him to spread great love. Work and get 500 points, and Xinger hurriedly left after receiving the master's reward. Go, and giggle while sticking out his tongue before leaving. Bai Feng looked at himself. With his own hands, he didn't know who took advantage of him for a while. Soon after Xing'er left, the shadow-stealing Tianju responsible for monitoring in the basement suddenly merged together, and I saw the big one. The younger brother Feng Lixue appeared in the projection. As soon as they met, Feng Lixue knelt down to. When the disciple met Master, Bai Feng exclaimed, "The vision brought by this woman. The shock is much stronger than the game power." Bai Feng was a little uncomfortable for a while, because Feng Lixue's body, For a moment, let the winds film be reconciled. Is it wrong? It is rumored that the Demon Lord will not be alive for a few days? Is the news true? Should I send a letter to the second sister to let her do it earlier? Thinking of this, the corners of Feng Lixue's mouth rose slightly, but Bai Feng asked coldly, "You smile. Excuse me, is this deity ridiculous?" The familiar sense of oppression reminds Feng Lixue of being white. Feeling dominated by the wind, she immediately lowered her head and stretched out her hand to touch the twill on her lower abdomen. She can. I didn't want to irritate Bai Feng, and suffered from the pain of Wan Jiquan's heart again. After reporting my own, after the recent situation, she hurriedly retired. However, just 10 meters out, the white wind suddenly opened. The mouth made her stop. The sweet Lolita, who was cute and soft, actually changed into sex in front of the master. Feeling the white silk nurse's uniform, Sheer found out that her favorite master was actually with other people. The woman slept in the same bed without clothes, and she was jealous and immediately lay on Bai Feng's body. "Come on, master, do people want to have a baby with you too?" It turned out to be disposed of with ancient species in Bai Feng. After the protagonist Xiao Yi, Xing'er at the entrance of the blood removal begged to go in. Wen Yan Bai Feng was taken aback, because according to the original plot of the game, Chen Xing'er has not yet appeared at this point in time. Now, in order to figure out the direction of changing the plot, Bai Feng allowed Xing'er to come in. However, as soon as she came in, Xing'er shyly said that she was a little inexplicably flustered. So she thought, "If you want to come to the master to have a look, so you think that the deity will be flown to the deity." After flying to the company area, it was hit hard and hit hard. The thunderstorm that was just half away hit the thunderstorm. The thunderstorm, the thunder, the thunder. The thunder saw him answer hesitatingly. How dare Xing'er? Just looking at the crying Xing'er, Bai Feng understood in an instant that he would panic. The reason is not that I am worried about myself at all, but that there is thunder outside, because Xing'er's parents were. At the time of killing, the thunderstorm was as violent as tonight that it seems that this is the most instant Xing'er's heart. Great fear. Whether the original game can attack Xing'er depends on whether it can be perfectly grasped. Thunderstorm plot. Just when Bai Feng was about to step forward to appease Xing'er, Sen Xing'er had a copy. Seriously said that he wanted to lie down in the arms of the master and sleep. Although Xing'er looked like this now, it's hard for her to control. But whether she can reverse the main line of the game and successfully survive is up to her. Today, how can we make extra branches at this critical moment that S.O. Bai Feng angrily scolded Xiner for being too much presumptuous, but the scolded heart was even more aggrieved. So she threw herself in her arms. In it, Master Wuvu's heart is even better. One by one, 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 one by one. I begged the master. Although Bai Feng enjoys this feeling of being needed in order to survive, Bai Feng still asked sharply, "What does your fear of thunder have to do with me? Lift the ban, except for the deity. Outside, no one is allowed to stay overnight. That if I make a profit with you, what is my prestige?" For the prestige of the Demon Lord, Bai Feng resolutely lay down in the palace of the Earth Palace. And it was Chen Xing'er who made him lose his prestige by his side. With the binding of the two, the system also followed. Congratulations to the host for successfully spreading the love and earning 2,500 points, with a cumulative balance of 7,500. With such a generous reward, Bai Feng looked sad. What should I do? Go on like this, The demon Zunren is about to collapse. Even a righteous man like Bai Feng can't bear it. I am very lucky to live by myself at this time. Xinger felt very lucky, because Bai Feng not only got his own, not only broke, but also his own. Half asleep and half awake, Xinger looked forward to being happier. But then again in the sky, a thunder fell, and Xinger, who was originally well-behaved, turned over in an instant, and her whole body was pressed against the white. On Feng's body, her little hands also drilled into her clothes restlessly. For this submissive little guy, Bai Feng stopped loudly again, who allowed you to touch the deity at will. Hearing that, the movement of the hand stopped, but he did not pull out his hand. Good thing Zun Xinger hands and feet. It's cold, I just want to rub it. And I will never hear from her any further. She wants to go one more time. Step by step, Bai Feng was suddenly dumbfounded. This had already touched an unknown area to her, and she just wanted to say something. He was suddenly taken aback by something, since Xinger came to me in advance. So Ling, has the sound matter also been advanced? If in advance, you can no longer go to sleep, thinking of this. So, the Tathagata could have been so. In this way, the plan explained by the Tathagata acted that I in order to be able to hurry up and stick to the master, since she. Then he took Lin Yin to the magic fairy pool on the second floor of the basement. Lin Yin on the road looked a little bit anxious and uneasy, because she knew that she would be stripped naked by the evil master next. The body, in order for the younger sisters not to be severely beaten by Bai Feng, Dantai Ling Yin can only be temporary. Obedient, looking at Bai Feng with a bad smile on his face, he felt that he was about to lose his chastity. Why? You are scared. Such cold words made Dantai Ling Yin's heart instantly ice. To the extreme, it turned out that he rescued me from the Morgul just to build himself into Gong. The slave he was playing with didn't wait for Ling Yin to come out of the haze, but Bai Feng suddenly. Put your mouth to his ear, be a good disciple as a teacher, and show you a baby again. With that said, the white wind will be strong. Xing pressed his body and sank into the bottom of the pool, only to see the figure and appearance of the one at the bottom of the pool. A woman like him appeared in front of the two of them. Ling Yin looked shocked and dared to ask the master about this. Who is the person? How can it be exactly the same as the one I was born with? Back then, the deity rescued you from the Morgul. After that, because your body was suitable for being the top of the furnace, you were really taken to the stage by the Supreme Elder Spirit. It's the first time I heard the sound. It's really the truth. The body you see is still fighting. Although the doll you made is precious to your eyes, you also feel that you can exchange it for your peace as a teacher. It's worth it. But the truth of the original work is that Bai Feng wants to divide the soul of Dantai Ling Yin in two. Second, in this way, not only can he accept the favor, but he can continue to think about it. Now I haven't. Pulling out the soul of Ling Yin, there is no flaw in the excuse for adaptation. So master, I have measured my body regularly over the years, all in order to build this puppet as soon as possible. To the elder Taishang. Hearing this, Bai Feng comforted him. The spiritual voice that has wronged you over the years. Only by doing so can you keep it, and you have not disobeyed the order of your ancestors, not a verbal offensive. Next, the naive Ling Yin was just about to believe it, but the next second he shook his head, since the teacher. If it is true, then the 10,000 heart curses that remain in our own bodies are also heart curses. And what is on the abdomen of the senior sister? What is the solution in her heart, in order not to be taught like the little senior sister? The physical teacher of the teacher's body told himself all this, and then he was ready to leave. But at this moment, Bai Feng suddenly made a move, afraid of being called out by the spirit voice of the faded clothes. No. Master, I am your disciple. If you continue, Ling Yin will hate you. For a lifetime. However, Bai Feng ignored Ling Yin's warning and left it on him. The next mark, accompanied by the power of the mark, this made the master, who was still stopping just now. The spiritual voice changed instantly. Master, don't stop. After 2.5 minutes, bye. The wind let go of Ling Yin and let him surface, while Ling Yin lay down and let out a stream of blood. Liquid that in case your heart is bone, it has been discharged through poisonous blood, to be precise, in case. Palm bone. This bone has the effect of protecting the body and the palm of the hand. If there is a lustful generation, it is based on your physique. It will be lifted automatically. If you really don't expect it, you won't understand it. Understand. But I didn't expect you to understand it all that I in order to understand. It's really a big girl who doesn't stay in the middle, like you. Yes, now you can leave without scruples. At this moment, Tantai Iane looked it by. The wind went to the back of the deep. Tears couldn't help but wet her mind, but she turned her back to her. Bai Feng showed a righteous smile, because this wave of operations not only made her successfully spread great love, and also gained a huge improvement in God-level massage through practice. Another. On one side, Tantai Iane had already walked out of the blood place, and the little sister Tsin Xnr followed closely behind. Sister, are you going back now? Master asked me to bring you 2 magic dragon fruits, and said, you are young. I like this thing the most at the time. Master also said, Master, at the election conference, no matter who you are and where you stand. It's really strange that the Master is with you. It's really strange that the senior sister and the Master have been alone for so long. Why did I pass these words to you in the end, looking at the one in my hand? In other words, the image of the beautiful Master in the past was still in the hands of the good Master here. After Morogua, he would unconsciously show a sweet smile. For many years, the evil masters. What Lingyin did still made Lingyin unable to fully believe it. But this is not the master's. Wrong, it's Lingyin's fault. Please give Lingyin some more time. Lingyin will eventually come back to you, such as Shinger serves you like that.